Are affirmations helpful for presence and self-love? What is your opinion? Thanks.
Good question. It really depends who's doing them, right? For me, I stood in front of the bathroom mirror for 4 or 5 years every morning and told myself I was beautiful and everyone loved me. And it felt terrible. I mean, absolutely terrible. It felt like a lie. And it made me feel worse than it did before. And that was, back when I really thought I was a separate self. I had a lot of self-hatred in there, a lot of self-hatred. And later, realizing, starting to realize I'm not actually separate to anything and realizing why that hatred was there because I was trying to change who I was based on an erroneous assumption that I'm not good enough in the first place. So when I would say things like that, then they felt extraordinarily different, joyful, like the same thing that brought some negative emotion at first. And even added to a sense of shame that why don't these affirmations work for me? I've tried everything and every technique I can possibly think of to build a healthy self-esteem, and it just wasn't happening. In fact, it was getting worse. The more spiritual tools I tried, and they didn't bring the results I wanted because of the belief underneath that I didn't deserve happiness or abundance or any of those things, abundance of peace and joy. I was using every practice I did to prove my own sense of unworthiness. So they just all piled on top, affirmations included. Um, so doing this as a separate self may be helpful. Doing them as the infinite self, very, very joyful. And you might not even need them from there. So I'd suggest just testing how they feel. If they feel really good, then have at it. If they don't, then maybe consider, is there some belief under there that because we can affirm forever and it won't get to the deep rooted beliefs underneath. Most times it won't get to the so I might be affirming my life flows, it's rich with abundance, but deep down I don't feel worthy of that at all. I am, but I don't feel it. So I can't possibly let it into my life. And after a while of trying some spiritual practice and failing, sometimes that hatred starts to compound self-hatred even more. See, look, you can't even get this right. And around we go. So hope that helps.